Hello class, in this lesson we're going to be starting our learning in Math 123, the first section 1.1, problem solving. So we've got to start off looking at patterns, and that's what math is all about pattern seeking. And so we're going to be given some lists in our homework like this one here, and our job is to identify what's happening within this list and figure out the pattern for find five more items in the list. So I say use a table to figure this out because I like looking at if this is my first term is 9, I call it my first term. If my second term is 15, I call it my second term. And so it's kind of like an XY table is what I like looking at because we're going to see a lot of those later. But my third term is 21, my fourth term is 27. So our job is to find the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th term. So 5 terms past what we're given. Okay, so we've got to figure out what's happening between each number. So what I want to notice is that to go from 9 to 15, I add 6. To figure out from 15 to 21, again, I added 6. To go from 21 to 27, I again added 6. So what I'm looking for is how these things change. Now in your assignment, it's not always going to be adding 6, of course. It could be subtracting. It could be multiplying by 2 or 3. So your job is to figure out what's happening. Sometimes it's adding the number before it. So we're going to have to stare at these probably a little bit quicker than I came up with this one here. But our job is to continue the pattern to add 6 all the way down the table. So we're going to end up getting 33. Then we add 6 again. And we get 39. We add our 6 again. And we get 45. We add a 6. And we get our 51. And our last term is going to be 57. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at a different type of pattern. Here we've got a letter sequence, pairs. We've got CD, CE, CF, CG, CH, DE, DF. And at first glance, it seems like a rather strange pattern. But there is a pattern happening, and I like to look at this one vertically as well. We've got, I'm going to list them, CD, CE, CF, CG, CH, DE, and DF. And what I want to recognize is that there is a change happening after 5 terms. So that means there's going to be another change happening after 5 more terms. And I know whenever something, if I go through something quickly, just push pause and rewind a little bit, watch again. But you can count here. I got C, 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 5, and then it changes, D, D. So that means I'm going to end up getting 3 more Ds on the left side. And then it's going to change. And notice how it changed. It went from C to the next letter in the alphabet is D. So that means down after the 5th D, I'm going to go and turn into an E. And then it would continue to go E, but we're only going 5 past what we were given. So we only have to go this far. We have to go 5 total. So our job is to figure out that's what the left side is going to be. Now we got to take a look at the right side. We're going D, E, F, G, H, and then instead of going to I, it goes E, F. In other words, we go 5 places, and then what it does is it starts at the second from the beginning of the pattern. I know that's kind of odd, but that's what's happening. So second from the beginning. And then so it goes E, F, G, H, I, and then that's 5. So let me get a different color here. I'm drawing all over this thing. But we're going from E down to I is 5 terms. So at I, we have to bounce back up to the second from the start, which is F. So then after I goes F and then G. So I know I'm writing over my words here, but our pattern goes DG, DH, DI, EF, and EG. Those will be the next 5 items in the list.